that you went away.
Hey guys, if you're new here, my name is Andra. I make commentary videos on public figures and media. Today we are talking once again about Elle Darby. If you guys think that this subject is something that's becoming redundant, do let me know and I can stop talking about her. But from my POV, it's not really something I want to let go because I don't feel like accountability has been given here. So I talked about the first few videos that she came back with. Now we're talking about the video about the cancellation of her wedding. And namely, it's only really a few comments that I want to mention because I don't think ultimately her personal life, her wedding and such is not really my business, and I don't want to give my opinions about stuff that is not needed. So it's only going to be a few things that I will mention here. Feel free to watch the whole video if you care to hear what she has to say. So some stuff is she starts off with showing her kid quite a lot, and this is not something I feel comfortable showing a lot of on my channel because it's quite a lot of shots of her kid, and after that she's unpacking the birthday present for her kid, so she takes quite a lot to get to the point. I wouldn't say it's clickbait because she does talk about her wedding, but I just don't like when YouTubers will have a video and they take forever to get to the point just to get you to watch. To be honest, it's not really my vibe. I find it to be a bit scummy. Just make separate videos. I think that would be best. And I noticed also a pattern in her trying to act a bit awkward on camera. She's like, sorry guys, I keep deviating from the subject and stuff like that. So she's trying to play it off as if she's like rusty, she doesn't know how to be on camera anymore, she's not as comfortable as before. And all of that is just an act, in my opinion.
I really believe, as you all know, in the saying that everything happens for a reason. And I believe that things shift so that they can put us back on the path that we were supposed to be on, and I really believe I think I needed some situations to shift to help me realise my values in my life.
So the second thing that bothered me is the fact that she says in pretty much all of her videos since coming back, everything happens for a reason, or something to that extent. To understand my opinion, I'm going to read this comment. Stop saying everything happens for a reason. You don't get to make disgusting tweets and say it happened for a reason for you to get your wedding. And this is exactly what I was thinking when I saw this comment. I was like, yeah, this resonates pretty much with what I was feeling about this whole situation. It's that way of like her saying that everything happens for a reason means that she thinks that this happened because of her character development or something, and that it's not something abhorrent that she did. And she's trying to excuse herself by saying this kind of stuff. Like, you know, God is testing you. That whole bullshit of, you know, it's to prove that you are strong and you can get over it. No, in this case, you are just a bad person. I'm sorry. But there are things that you can say that there are tests. Like, I don't know, battles with like depression or whatever. You can say that's a test to see your strength. Yeah, okay. If that helps you to get out of it, then you can think that. But this is your own doing.
Let me explain. Ever since Connor and I got engaged, we have been talking about this huge wedding that we were going to have, like this ginormous party where everybody that comes to the wedding says that it's the best weekend of their life and they had so much fun and it's something that nobody's ever going to forget, and we just really wanted to throw like a huge celebration for everybody in our life and to make it a big party for everybody. We had a gorgeous venue not far from where we live. We were renting the venue for the whole weekend, so the wedding day and either side of it. It was very expensive. It was a lot of money. I thought that that's what we wanted to do. Like, this whole time we were planning it, I really thought that that's what we wanted. But when we had taken some time offline and we were really sitting and reflecting on our life and what we wanted and the people that we were, we realised actually that wedding wasn't a good representation of our love. And it wasn't about Connor and I and the 8 years that we've been together and everything we've been through together and our relationship. It wasn't actually about that. It wasn't about us, which I believe a wedding.
So I'm partially, you know, glad for her that she found that doing something to please the other people is not productive and that she found a way to make it work for her and her partner, which is what every couple should. However, I do not believe that this is because it was no longer suitable. I think it's 100% a money situation. They can't afford a big wedding, so now they're downgrading or downsizing or whatever you want to call it, their wedding. Oh, Elle, just be honest, you cancelled the big lavish wedding for two reasons. One, the cost. You've been dropped from management, you lost your deals within the style, nobody's buying Angel collection or Connor's brand either. You obviously realized that you need to be more careful with the cost. The other reason is that you have lost huge amounts of friends and associates, for example, Caris and Gemma. If you had a big wedding and they weren't there, it would be so obvious that they don't rate you anymore, just be honest. That's what I think. It's like some people have never wanted a big wedding, and for example, I'm in that club of like, I don't want a big wedding if I get married. It's just not my preference. I just want the closest people, and for people like her who are very attention seeking, I think this would never work as an arrangement. So I think, yeah, she probably had no choice in this.
Should be. So we cancelled the wedding. Everything was ready to go. My dress was paid for and ordered, and we had florists, event companies, musicians, a church, like everything was booked in and ready to go. Deposits had been paid, photographer, like I can't explain to you guys how much organisation and time I'd put into this wedding, because I remember when I was pregnant, I really wanted to not feel the pressure of like wedding planning.
I'm hoping these people got paid who did the work, even though you cancelled. I'm hoping they got fairly compensated. To be honest, I don't understand why like she can't use the dress again. It's just, I don't get it. Anyways, I just think that, yeah, if these people got paid, then it's okay.
We have decided to get married abroad in a really, really gorgeous, sentimental spot. We are having a much smaller do than we were planning, with the people that we truly love and adore and have built us to the people that we are today. Like, these are the people that are coming to our wedding. It's a very, very small number of people. It's a very different wedding to what it was going to be.
So the fact that they want to get married abroad after shitting on foreigners is very sick, honestly. I'm not saying, you know, never travel in your life again, but I'm just saying you have to earn the privilege, because traveling and engaging with other cultures is a privilege, and people from those cultures should have the full picture before they let you in. They should know what kind of person you are. So for the rest of the video, she just goes to get her makeup done and then meets with her friends, so this is not really something that we have to talk about, obviously. So let's talk about a few of the comments that I think are relevant to discuss. No hate in this comment, just a genuine question. Why has Connor not apologized for his comments he made? Elle has said how much she's changed and grown, and I get Elle made many more comments and feels she doesn't regret her mistakes, but it also feels Connor doesn't give a toss. So apparently he actually apologized on his Instagram, I think on his stories, which is coming because they disappear. So and one thing, that's that. Another thing is that he has under a quarter of followers that she has on Instagram alone. Therefore, if he was a real man, he would apologize on her channel and just come there as a guest and talk. This is what a real man would do. Like, I'm sorry, but this is pussy behavior to like just do it on your story where you know it's going to disappear, and where you know that no one will remember this 5 months in the future or whatever. I don't condone trolling at all, but instead of making content about your sparkle and your cancelled rearranged wedding, you need to be addressing the comments in a video and actually what lessons you learn, instead of how I got my sparkle back. A lot of people want to see what lessons I learned while being off YouTube. I don't think the Instagram stories was a great vibe. I don't know actually what Instagram stories are being talked about here, but yes, I think this is the main problem, is that everything is about her and she doesn't talk about this lesson. She talks about, I learned so many lessons, but doesn't name them, and I think this is the primary concern here. I don't condone the nasty trolling, but I think there would be less if you responded to the constructive comments on your last two videos. These people are your fans and want to get back to watching you, but just want some answers and reassurance. You say you're open to constructive criticism, but you haven't addressed one comment. And you say your DMs are open, but I've sent you many nice DMs over the years and never had one single reply. So I'm not surprised about that, because I don't believe influencers answer these DMs unless it's something that could look good for them. If like somebody else who is popular DMs them, I think it's like she doesn't give a fuck. However, I do agree that you know, trolling is not okay. Criticism is okay. I don't know, to be honest, if I would say I don't condone the trolling in this case, because although it's not something I generally like, I just think she's probably among the worst cases that I've seen on social media. from like the cancellations, obviously excluding predators and such kind, because those are like a different different playing field here, like we're not talking about them. I think personally I would definitely, like if I saw improvement in her character, I would definitely take it easier on her, because you know, I've had character flaws. I was ignorant about things in the past. I don't think I was anywhere near this extent, but yeah, I had my blind spots and I was learning. And if we were to ever talk about it, and I think at some point I will open up about that, I don't want to have a reason to, because I don't think there's like any blueprint of me online saying anything bigoted, but there are definitely things I can think of that were in my head that I never voiced out loud that I was bigoted about. And I would like to have that conversation one day, to open it up and say exactly what I learned, because I think that I'm self-aware enough that I actually have the examples of what I learned, concrete examples, not just oh my god I learned so much, because that for me tells me that she didn't actually learn anything and it's just all pretend. Anyways, I think this has been today's video, but if you want me to discuss about her future videos and continue this kind of series, do let me know. Comment down below what you think and like this video if you like it, subscribe for more commentary, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!